Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mirko. Today I'm going to take you through a Pilates mat class, multi-level, meaning there are options for those of you who are more experienced and those of you who are just starting out. It's about a 55 minutes class. Please remember to take the options that are the most suitable for you. Just as long as you keep going and you get a good workout, that's the main thing. So, are you ready? Are you ready? If so, let's go. Alrighty, so we're going to start with a kneeling position. So knees just about hip width apart, hips and shoulders stacked above your knees. Pretend there's a wall behind you and your hips are just touching the wall. So you're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, roll starting from your head and slide your hands down until you can barely touch the floor in front of your knees. Now you want to do this with your pelvis staying tilted under. Be careful not to sit down like this. You want to feel like your back is stretching and the abdominals are contracting for you to bend your spine forward. Now on the exhale, roll back up. So you should feel like almost like a little bit of a struggle to reach for the floor. It shouldn't be too easy. So you almost want to feel like you're almost tilting a little bit forward. And if that's what you're feeling, that's a good sign. That means you're in the right position. And then go ahead and roll back up. So we're going to take an inhale to start. And an exhale, roll the head, roll your chest down, roll your shoulders down, reach forward as if you had a ball in front of your abdominals. You don't want to squash that ball. And then go ahead and roll back up. And you should hopefully feel the stretch in the lower back. If you want to feel it more, go ahead and roll back down one more time. This time, place the palms very lightly against the mat. So most of the weight is still on your legs. And then roll back up. Peel your hands off the floor and restack your spine one vertebra at a time. We'll do it twice more. So inhale tall, exhale, lead with the head, roll down, soften the rib cage, reach down, fingertips, or if you want a deeper stretch, palms very lightly touching the floor. And then exhale to roll back up. You almost want to feel like you're coming up from your pelvis and not from your hands. And just give me last two here. Breathe out, head reaches down. Take more than a breath if you need to. Palms or fingers on the floor. Feel that stretch. You want to feel like there's a little bit of work here to touch the floor with your hands. And then exhale, roll back up. And we'll do it one more time. You can also add a little arm line here if you like. And then pretend you're diving into a swimming pool. You're going to roll down. Again, fingertips or palms against the floor. But again, most of the weight should be on your legs. And then go ahead and roll back up to standing. So now you can either, I'm going to face the camera so you can see it more, but you can stay where you are. So take your legs a little bit wider. We're going to stretch the sides now. So take your left hand behind your head. You're going to take an inhale, grow tall through your spine. As you exhale, side bend your waist towards your right. You want to touch the floor with your right fingers, and your left elbow should be pointing right up towards the ceiling. And you should feel a stretch already on the side of your waist here. Take a breath in and breathe even deeper into the left side. And then exhale, use your left ribs to help you come up. And we'll do the same side two more times. So inhale tall. Exhale, side bend. Point your left elbow to the ceiling, touch the floor with your right fingers. If you want a deeper stretch, bring your knees a little closer, and that should be a little harder to reach for the ground. You should feel a deeper stretch here. Now, as you exhale, come back up. And give me one more. We're going to add a rotation to the next one. So as you breathe out, you're going to side bend towards your right. Hold here. Make sure your fingers are touching the floor. And then from here, rotate the chest towards the floor. Feel that stretch move towards the middle of your back, the shoulder blades, and then rotate back to the center. And we'll do that twice more. So make sure it's your rib cage rotating and not just your arm going back and forth. And come back. One more time. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate. Scoop the ribs in, scoop your abs in. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. Come back out. And then use your left rib cage to come back up. And we'll switch. So your right hand behind, left arm down. Breathe in tall. Exhale, side bend to your left. Reach for the floor. You might find one side is a little tighter than the other. If that's the case, open the knees a little more if you need to. Inhale into the right side. Open up the ribs more. Exhale, close the ribs as you come up. Good. And again, inhale tall. Exhale, side bend down. And hold it here. Make sure you feel that stretch. Adjust the knees as needed. Exhale, come back up. And we'll do it one more time. We're gonna stay there for the rotation. So side bend as you exhale. Take a big inhale into the right rib cage. Exhale, rotate the chest towards the floor. Point your right elbow to the floor and feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Inhale, rotate back to the front. And we'll do it twice more. Exhale, rotate down. Inhale to come back up. Give me one more. Inhale here. And exhale, rotate. And really feel that stretch move from the side to the back of your body. And then come back up. Use your right rib cage to get yourself back up to the center. And bring your arms down. Good. So hopefully feel a little more loose through the spine, a little bit more open. We're going to go straight onto our mat. And we're going to begin with a roll down and then some bridging. So hold on to the back of your legs. You're going to roll yourself down to the mat, starting from your pelvis first. And then bring your feet about hip width apart, so about a fist distance between them. And then roll your spine all the way down. So from here, we're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, roll the pelvis towards you, lower back flattens against the floor. As you take another exhale, peel the rest of your spine up. Remember to keep that pelvic tilt the whole time. Now, when you are at the top of the bridge, you're looking for a straight line from your knee to your hips to your shoulders. And you also want your heels to be underneath your knees. So just adjust your feet now if you need to. Keeping the shoulders open. You want to feel the back of your arms on the mat, the back of the shoulders on the mat. Now, as you breathe out, you're going to roll down from the top of the spine, keeping the ribs down the whole way until your pelvis is back onto the floor. So we'll do it again. Take a breath in. On the exhale, curl the pelvis, scoop the abdominals in, lift the tail up. Imagine your tail is like an arrow. You want that arrow to point between your knees. So take a breath in here again, and exhale, roll back down. Nice and slowly, inch by inch. You want to feel like this is a really yummy, lovely movement for your spine. It should feel nice, especially if you're sitting down a lot these days, staying at home, isolated. We all are in the same boat, you guys. And then roll back down. This should feel really nice. And give me one more. Now pay attention to your shoulders as you roll down. You want the shoulders to be down and the back of the shoulders to be on the mat. So as you roll down, keep the shoulders open and then let the spine roll all the way. I know I said we'll do one more now, I promise. So go one more time. Scoop the pelvis in, lift up. Now stay at the top here. You're going to lift your right leg or your left leg, doesn't matter, one leg, up, keeping the same height from the pelvis to the mat. And then you're going to lower it back down. Your arms are lightly pressing into the floor here, very lightly. And then lift the other leg up. So the goal with this exercise is to keep the pelvis very still as you lift one leg and then change. And you want your feet to land in the same spot every time. Now, hold one leg up, doesn't matter which one. The other leg should still feel like it's doing quite a lot of work, especially your glutes. If it starts to go too much into the hamstrings or the back of the leg, you can bring that foot closer to you, and that should fix that, hopefully. Now go ahead and change leg, lift the other leg up, hold, feel the glutes of that standing leg lifting you up. Now for a little extra challenge, you can lift your arms up, keep the shoulders down to the mat, lower the leg, keep that scoop in the pelvis, lift the other leg up, and then lower back down. And we exhale to lift one leg up, and we lower it down. And exhale, and lower down. Give me one more. And then hold this leg up, whichever leg that is. Remember which one it is though. So you're gonna lower the hips down and up 5 times. So you're gonna roll through your pelvis and push through the other leg, through the standing leg at the same time. And hopefully you should feel a little bit of work in the back of the legs here. Last one, hold it up, extend the leg out in front, pause. 3, 2, 1, lower the leg back down. Take a break if you need to, otherwise pick up the other leg. And then from here, we're gonna lower the pelvis down and roll back up. 5, and back down. 4, press into the heel of the other leg. 3, come back down. 2, come back down. 1, hold, extend the leg out, hold, pelvis level, push into the working leg. Bring both knees down or both heels down. Bring your arms down, roll your spine all the way down. And let's find a neutral spine, meaning we want to start with a little bit of a curve in the lower back, your natural curve. From here, bring your arms up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, place them at the back of the head. Elbows are wide, but not extremely wide, just kind of relaxed wide. So take a breath in. On the exhale, support your head with your hands and then roll your head and shoulders up. You're going to look straight towards your knees. That's it. Now you still want to feel your legs and your glutes and your thighs to be kind of relaxed. The abs are doing everything here. Then roll back down. Take a breath in as your head touches the floor. Exhale, roll head and shoulders up. Look straight towards your knees and then go back down. And again, so you want to feel the lower ribs, the back ribs still on the floor, but the shoulder blades off the mat. And then go back down. We'll do that 3 more times. Exhale, send your ribs down to your pelvis. Inhale back. Exhale, send your ribs down towards your pelvis. Give me 1 more. Think of your ribs like plugging into the pelvis. Now hold, reach for the back of your legs. Use your arms and lift your chest a little closer to your knees. Now without pressing your back into the floor, so your legs are still relaxed here. Now take your hands away from your legs. You should feel your abs suddenly taking over, and they're meant to, so that's a good thing. Take your hands behind, hold here for an inhale, and then exhale, roll all the way down. Ooh, you should feel a little bit of warmth at the front of your abs here. We'll do that 5 more times. So take a breath in, exhale, roll, plug the ribs into the pelvis, grab the legs, lift yourself just a tiny bit higher. Inhale, maintain that position here with your abdominals. Exhale, roll down. Nice, and again, exhale, come up, grab the legs, lift a little bit higher, just to the point where you can maintain without your arms, so don't lift too high. Inhale here, support the back of your head. Exhale, roll down. I've lost count. How many was that? I think it was 4. Let's do a couple more. So exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Hang on to the back of your legs. Lift a little bit higher. Scoop your abs a little bit deeper when you do that. Take your hands behind. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll down. Give me 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, we roll up. Hold it here. Grab your legs. Lift a little bit higher. Take hold of the back of the head. Now stay right here. Keep breathing as you maintain the position. Bring your 1 leg up and then the other leg up. So you're going to be in tabletop. Lower back should be flat against the floor. Keep looking towards your knees. You're going to tap your right foot down and back up. Now remember, your lower back should stay on the mat. If you feel any strain in the back or any arching like this in the back, reduce the range and go very small. But you want to be able to breathe the whole time. So exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, inhale, lift. If you're up for a challenge today, lower both legs down and lift back up. Remember, lower back should stay on the mat the whole time. And your shoulder blades should stay off the floor. You're breathing out to tap, breathing in to come back. We'll do 3 more. And back. Last 2, elbows are still wide. Give me 1 more. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Bring your legs up. Hold on to the back of the legs. And then as you exhale, roll yourselves up to sitting. Ooh. Can we feel the abdominals working? I hope you can. Don't type that answer now. Just say it out loud. So now from here, we're going to go into the assisted roll up. So you're going to do the movement. We're going to do the assisted roll up and then the full roll up. So this is the easy version first. Holding on to the back of your knees. Walk your feet closer to you a little bit more. Roll the pelvis under until you can just balance behind your sitting bones. Now hold that here. Breathe in. On the exhale, move from your pelvis first and begin to roll down to the mat. Use your legs to help you slow down. You want to push the legs away from you as you pull your arms towards you at the same time. So legs are pushing, arms are pulling. Inhale. Exhale, roll the head and shoulders. Push the legs, pull with the arms, feet down, sit up straight. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to roll from your pelvic curl. Lift your legs up, hold, and roll down. So just pause a little bit when you roll down just to make sure you got the right balance. And we'll do it twice more. So inhale the bottom. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders. Big exhale to come up. Extra challenge, keep your feet off the floor if you can. Breathe in. Exhale, rolling down, leading with your pelvis. 1 more and we're going to go into the full version. So breathe in. As you exhale, roll head and shoulders up. Find your balance temporarily here for a moment. Straighten both legs out. You can flex the feet for an additional hamstring stretch. Arms in front. Dive your head over. But imagine that you still have a ball in front of your body. So you don't want to squash the ball. You just want to go around it. And then just hold here for an inhale. And as you exhale, roll yourselves back up. Now we're going to go into the full roll up. So stay with the modification with the knees with your hands behind your knees. Unless you want to do the full version, then join me. So take a breath in, grow tall. Exhale, roll the pelvis under. Legs are reaching. Your spine is going to roll down, opposite to your legs. Lower back touch the floor. Pause for a second and then roll all the way back down. Arms are going to go over the head. In this position, the front of your ribs and your pelvis should still be connected. So be careful not to arch your back at this point. You want to be very active, even if it's a resting position. From here, inhale, arms come up. They travel down to the floor as your body peels off the mat. Dive towards your feet, going over that ball. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, roll the pelvis under and roll down. Pause briefly before your shoulders touch the floor and then reach back, keeping the connection to the front of the body. We'll do that 4 more times. So breathe in, lift your arms up. Travel the arms down as you roll up. Reach over towards your feet. Inhale, stack your spine up. Exhale, roll on down. Pause for a second and down. Nice. And again, arms come up. Let's make that happen in one smooth movement now, making sure that you're still breathing throughout. So be careful not to hold your breath as you're about to come up. So you want to be hearing that your breath just goes out nicely and evenly instead of this. So be careful not to hold the breath when it gets to the sticking point. So inhale, sit up tall, roll down, give me 1 more. All the way down and reach your arms over the head. And your last one, we're gonna stay seated this time. So travel the arms to the ceiling. Inhale, smooth breath all the way over. From here, scoot to the front of your mat, bend the knees, hold on to the back of your knees. We're gonna go into rolling like a ball. So pretend you are inside a giant bubble. You don't want to burst it as you roll back and forth. So you want to keep your chest and your knees and your heels close together, like you're inside a ball. So find your balance first. Pick up your feet off the ground and hold. From here, look towards your belly button. You're going to roll back only up to the shoulders and then come up into your balance position. At this point, your legs will help you. So let them just straighten a little bit and bend as needed. So inhale, rock back. And exhale to come up. Find your balance. Good. Open the shoulders, open your elbows. And we'll do it again. Inhale back. Exhale up. Now, option 2, full version. Hold on to the front of your shins. So now your legs cannot move anymore, and so it'll be a little bit more challenging. So we're going to take an inhale, balance behind your sitting bones. And roll onto your shoulders. Exhale. Keep that shape as you come up. Hold for a second. Nice. Inhale back. Exhale. Make sure your head is not touching the floor. You only want to roll up to the shoulders. 3 more. Inhale to roll. Sitting bones to the ceiling. Exhale, come up. Find your balance without touching the mat if you can. Inhale 2. Good. Give me 1 more. Inhale back. Exhale to come back up. Hold it right here. Just for fun, extend your legs out. Lift the chest up towards your ankles. If that's a little bit too much for your hamstrings, bend the knees, but straighten the spine if you can. Now, optional here, just let go of your legs and see if you can balance in that same exact position. Yes, good. Now, from here, feet down, sit up nice and tall, and reach over. Good, take a breath here in case you weren't breathing before. So we're gonna go into the introduction to the roll over. So it feeds off the rolling like a ball. I'm just gonna show you real quick and then we'll go together. So hold on to the back of your knees. You're gonna roll back, extend your legs out, and then you're gonna come back in. If that's a little bit too much, you stay with the rolling like a ball the whole time. All right, ready? We're gonna do 5 of those. So make sure you have plenty of mat behind you. Hold on to the back of your knees. We're gonna take an inhale, balance. As you exhale, rock your pelvis back. Arms are gonna go on the floor. Balance on your shoulders. You should be looking at your knees, and the weight should be on your shoulders and not on your head. Bend the knees, grab the back of the legs and roll up to a sitting position. See if you can keep your feet off the ground. And we'll do it again. So take a breath in to roll back. Exhale, shoot the legs towards the back wall. Lift your bottom towards the ceiling, and the weight should be on your shoulders. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, grab your legs and come up. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale back. Exhale, lift the pelvis to the ceiling, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, breathe out, and roll back up. Last two, rolling back, straighten the legs. Inhale here, bend the knees, exhale and roll. We got one more to go, I promise. Rolling back, roll over, pause. Additional challenge, lift one arm up to the ceiling and lower. Lift the other arm up to the ceiling and lower. More challenge, lift one arm and then lift the other. You should be balancing on your shoulders and not on your head. Now lower one arm at a time, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Good work, everybody. And then have your legs straight out in front of you. Have your arms in front of you. You're gonna roll down and stop before your shoulders touch the floor. From here, take your hands behind your head. We're gonna bring one knee in and then the other knee in. We're gonna go into the hundreds. So your legs are gonna stay bent for the first part. Reach your arms in front. We're gonna pulse the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale 5 times. So when you're ready, inhale, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Option 2, if you wanna work a little bit harder, extend your legs out. Remember, you wanna draw the legs towards you. So at any point, if your back bothers you, bend the knees. If your neck bothers you, keep your head down, but just keep your arms and the breathing going the whole time. So we should be halfway there. Every time you exhale, draw your abdominals deeper into your spine. Last 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are your abs burning yet? One more time. Bring your knees in and roll down. Good work, everybody. Bring your legs down for a moment. A little stretch now. Open the arms into a T, roll the knees to your left, and look over towards your right. And really enjoy that stretch through your spine, through your waist. Open up the shoulders towards the ceiling. Now roll the spine back to the middle and change. Knees go over to the other side. Head turns away from your knees. So you're gonna get that full rotation from the lower part of your spine all the way up to your neck. And we're gonna come back to the middle. Give me one more on either side. So turn the head away. You might hear some click, 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 clicks along the spine. That should feel good after that happens. And then come back in, give me last one. So try and keep your knees together. Your feet should be stacked, as you can see, hopefully, you can see in the camera. Shoulder blades are down, arms are down to the mat. And then come back to the center. So let's do the same movement now, but with your feet off the floor. So we're gonna keep the arms down, but you can have your arms a little wider than your mat. So between a 90 degree and 0, so kind of like 45, somewhere there. So bring one leg up in tabletop. Lower back should be lengthened out against the mat. Lift up the other leg. So your feet are gonna be together. Your knees can be slightly open. From there, we're gonna take the knees towards your right. And you're only gonna go halfway down. Now pause here for a second. Your left shoulder should still be on the floor. Now use your abdominals to pull the pelvis and your legs back together and change to the other side. So as you go left with your legs, right shoulder blade stays down. Inhale, pause. Exhale, draw the waist back in. And option 2, if you want to work a little bit harder, straighten the legs out. You're going to go across to the right. Left shoulder stays down. Exhale, come back in. Think of your legs like a slow windshield wiper. And for a little extra challenge, look at your big toes. You want to make sure that your toes are always the same length. So one leg does not look shorter than the other. And then come back in. Give me one more on the other side. So inhale to go across. Look at the big toes. They should be level, hopefully. Exhale, come back in. Bend the knees. Hold on to the front of your knees. So we're going to continue with rotation, but we're going to rotate the upper body next. We're going to go into the crisscross. So as you breathe out, roll the head and shoulders up. Take hold of the back of the head. We're going to rotate to one side, making sure that that shoulder blade is off the ground. Come back to the middle and switch towards the other side. Pelvis stays in the center. And we're going to go again. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Give me one more. In the meantime, your knees and your pelvis should remain very quiet. Now back to the middle, turn towards the camera and then extend the opposite leg out. So you're gonna be turning towards your bent leg. Now from here, switch and switch. Pretend your legs are moving through honey. So you wanna feel there's some resistance going out, but also coming back in. And again, extend out and back. Elbows are still wide. Can you feel your obliques now? I certainly can feel mine. Exhale for 8 and 7 and 6. Shoulder blades off the ground, everybody. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back to the center. Grab your knees. Lift up just a little bit higher. Get the shoulders off the ground. And then lower all the way back down. Good work. So let's go into the single straight leg stretch, or also called the scissors. So for this one, you can hold on to the top of your knees. We're gonna roll the head and shoulders up. You're gonna look towards your knees. From here, you're gonna extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Hold the back of your leg. You can always bend the knee if the hamstrings are a little bit tight. Otherwise, keep it straight. From here, using your abdominals, switch legs and change. Remember, you're moving through honey here, so resist down as much as you resist up. And switch. We're gonna go a little faster. Pelvis stays stable. You're exhaling to bring the leg towards you. And exhale, and exhale. At any point, if your neck bothers you, do this with your head down, but just keep the legs moving. We'll take that 4 more times, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bend your knees, roll up to sitting. Take a little breather. Ooh, 1 second rest, just 1 second rest, that's it. Now we're gonna combine the crisscross and the scissors. So let's roll back down again. Shoulder blades will stay off the mat. You can extend both legs out. Turn towards the camera, hold the outside of that leg, and the other hand goes behind your head. The other leg is gonna come down. So if you're twisting left, you're holding your left leg with your right hand. So from here, as you switch leg, change arm. Pause, make sure you got the right arm and the right leg set up, and switch. And switch. And switch. Now, full option, no hands around the legs. We'll take 8 and 7 and 6. Drive the legs up from your abs. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend your knees, roll all the way up, sit up tall. Ooh, can you guys feel that? I certainly did. But I love rotation. Rotation is very important for our body. Our body needs rotation. So the more rotation we can do during the day, the better. And speaking of rotation, we're gonna end with a movement called the saw, which is a stretch exercise. So I'd like you to have your legs a little wider than your mat. You can bend the knees if you have tight hamstrings. You can also do this with your legs crossed if you prefer. So adjust as needed. But you want to be able to start with your back upright. So whatever needs to happen for your legs, make sure that that's your starting option. So take your arms out to the side. I'm going to straighten my legs out. Take a breath in, grow even taller. Exhale, rotate to your right and hold. Pelvis, pretend the pelvis that is bolted into the mat. So you can only move the upper body. Come back to the middle. Exhale, rotate towards the other side. And you can look towards your backhand. So let the head follow your spine. So rotate about 45 degrees to your right or to your left, whatever you're rotating right now, that's good. Come back in, grow taller. So your aim is to turn from the waist. And give me 1 more on each side. Rotate to one side and then back in. Imagine you're holding an exercise ball between your hands. You want to keep the same distance between them. Come back to the center. Now turn towards the camera. Reach to the leg with the opposite hand. Just like the last exercise, the crisscross with the scissors. So if that's my left leg, I'm gonna reach with my right hand. And then the other hand is just off the floor. You're gonna look behind you so you can see your backhand here. Now de-rotate. You're gonna rotate towards the other leg, grab the leg with the opposite hand. Turn your head all the way around so you can see the back fingers. Give them a little wiggle. Just make sure you're looking at the right hand. De-rotate and come back. So during that stretch, during that position, you should feel the stretch starting from that shoulder, in my case is my right shoulder, all the way down to my lower back. And you can use your hand to pull yourself around a little more. And then de-rotate and come back up. Change the other side. Take a moment here, big breath in, and exhale. See if you can rotate a little bit more, and then come back up. So we're not gonna hold as much. We're gonna do 8 from side to side, but a little bit quicker. But feel free to go slow if you prefer. So inhale, tall. Exhale, change. Exhale, change side. Inhale, and exhale. Make sure your head is looking behind. Full rotation from bottom to top of the head. Inhale and spiral. Last 2. Inhale, up and twist. One more. Up and twist. Back to the center. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, fold with your back as straight as you can. Grab your ankles, lift the chest up. You should feel that stretch in the hamstrings. If you need to bend the knees, go ahead and bend them. That's fine. And then release the legs and roll all the way back up. We're going to change position and go into quadruped. So we're going to start working the back of the back of the body. Then we're going to go into the side. So take a moment here just to make sure you have your knees in line with your hip, your hands in line with your shoulders, and just do a couple of cat-cow stretches here. So you're going to round your back, pull the rib cage in, pull your belly button in, drop the head down. Allow the spine to really fully open towards the ceiling. From here, let's do the reverse. You're going to initiate from your tail. Point your tail to the ceiling, point the crown of the head to the ceiling, and shine the chest forward. Pretend there's a string pulling your chest forward and up. So you have a little bit of traction going, but not too much so your lower back starts to tense up. So it's just a gentle lift from the chest. Now go into your cat stretch and just check that your knees are level, your hands are level, and then go into your extension, to your cow stretch. Take a big inhale here, try and lift the chest even more forward if you can. Give me one more, round your spine, inhale here, and then go into your cow stretch. Now find a position between those two. So your back is nice and straight from the back of the head all the way down to your tail. So no cow, no cat, just a human spine now. So from here, extend your right leg behind you and keep it in line with the floor. So your right hip should still be pointing down to the mat. From here, pick up your left arm and reach it the opposite way. So your right leg is reaching back, your left fingers are reaching forward, and you keep the weight somewhere in between the hand and the knee that are still on the ground. And then you're gonna come back in. Remember, your rib cage and your pelvis are connected together. So you don't want your abdominals to hang out here. You wanna pull in the whole time. Change leg, so left leg goes back. Keep the left leg just the same height as your pelvis, and then your right arm is gonna go forward. And at any point you can lower the arm and leg if the balance is wobbly or if you feel tightness in the lower back or shoulders. Come back in, give me one more on each side. Right leg slides back, left arm reaches forward. Good, hold that here. Think of reaching opposite like you're stretching an elastic band between your hands and your feet. Come back in, give me last one on the other side. Extend out. That's it, keep reaching fingers opposite to toes and vice versa. And then come back in. So let's add a little challenge here. So you're gonna go into your quadruped with the right leg up and your left leg forward. Now, from here, can we keep this position and lift the left toes an inch off the floor or more and hold? So for some of you, this might be like, whoa, what's going on? But so if that's too much, keep your left foot down. But if you want to challenge yourself, just keep your left toes off the floor and hold. What's holding you up here is your abs and your shoulders. So hold that there for 3 more seconds. I know this is challenging, so there we go. I'm wobbling as well. I'm with you. And then come down. Ooh, amazing how much that foot keeps us in balance. So let's change leg this time. Left leg behind, right arm forward. Take a moment here to find your balance. You want equal tension between the arms and legs. From here, keep drawing your abdominals away. Lift your right toes off the ground. Keep tension between the arms and the legs. You want to reach horizontally away from each other. And you're breathing, I hope. And we take 4 seconds more. 3, 2, 1. Come on down, sit back on your heels. Good work, everybody. Rock your pelvis from side to side. This could be your next party trick. Well, whenever we're allowed to gather again, of course. Right now, you can just do it on Zoom for your friends. Can you do this? Can you do this? I always challenge my friends like that. All right, so let's go into a plank. So for those of you who have any wrist issues, you can do the plank on your elbow. I'm going to do mine with my arms straight. So with the plank, you want to set up that your shoulders are in line with your wrist, and we're going to start in a quadruped position. So keep the quadruped position, take one leg back, tuck your toes under, reach the heel of that foot back, and then as you exhale, draw the abdominals away and lift the other leg as well. So you're gonna have your pelvis slightly lower than your shoulders. And hold it right here. Equal pressure through your arms, equal pressure through your toes. Hold that here for 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to break the world record, don't worry. So from there, though, we're gonna go into the leg pull front. So as you breathe in, breathe in and do just nothing basically. As you exhale, lift one leg up and hold. Pelvis remains very level. Come back down, inhale again. Exhale, belly button draws in, ribs draw in, lift the other leg up. Doesn't have to be very high, just a few inches off the floor. Come back down again, breathe in. Exhale, lift one leg up, hold, and lower back down. Exhale, remember you can do this on your elbows. Same exact thing, but just with your elbows bent. Give me one more each side, extend the leg out. Turn and reach the toes for the wall behind you. Last one, exhale to lift up. Good work. Coming back in, bend the knees, sit back towards your heels. Drop the head if you need to. And now, why don't we challenge ourselves with a little push-up, and then we're gonna combine it together. So, for the push-up, you can do this with your knees bent. Remember, you want your hips to be in line with the pelvis. So from the side view, from my shoulders to my knees, it should be a straight line. From there, you're gonna keep your elbows close to your body. You're gonna take an inhale and lower your body only as far as you can, maintaining the spine straight. Now go ahead and push back up. So again, it can be just as much, or it can be just as much. If you're still on your elbows, you do this with your shoulder blades instead. Just rolling the shoulders back and forward. So give me 3 more push-ups, everybody. Take an inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift up. Making sure that as you lower and lift, your spine is in the same alignment from beginning to end. And give me one more. Point your elbows to the back and push away. Sit back on your heels. And now we're gonna combine this together. So for those of you who are on your elbows, you're gonna be lifting one leg. You do a little shrug and push, change, down and push. And for those of you who are doing the full version, you're gonna come with me now. So again, hands on the ground, open the fingers as much as you can. Go up into your plank. Abdominals are scooped in. From here, we're gonna lift your right leg up. We're gonna take an inhale to lower down. As you exhale, push yourself up and change leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Lower the body down. Exhale, push away, replace the leg. We've got 2 more to go. Inhale, lift the leg up. Come on down. Exhale, push away. And lower, last one, I promise. Inhale, lift the leg and lower down. Exhale to lift up. Lower both legs down, sit back on your heels and stretch out. Nice work, everybody. How are you guys doing? You ready for more? I'll just say yes for you. Yes, we're ready for more. All right, we're gonna work onto the back of the body now. So, when you're ready, let's come down to your prone position. I'm just gonna move my mat so you can see a little better. So let's start with the hands just in line with your chest. Your legs are gonna be just pointing back. And even though you're in a resting position here, you wanna feel the abdominals kind of pulling away from the floor gently. So there's some activation, they're not just hanging without doing anything. You're gonna start with the head down onto the mat. We're gonna take an inhale, and on the exhale, point your elbows towards your feet, start to raise your chest up. Remember that string attached to your chest in the quadruped. You're gonna feel that something is pulling you forward and then up at the same time. And roll back down. We take an inhale, and we're gonna lift the chest up. You still wanna feel the lower ribs on the mat, and your elbows are pointing back. So your shoulders are down, your neck is long, and then roll back down again. We'll go one more time. Take a breath in at the bottom. Exhale, point your elbows down, chest shines forward. You're gonna lift the chest up. Now, to test that you're really doing this with your upper back and not the lower back, take your hands off the floor. And hopefully you should feel this between the shoulder blades or around the lower part of your upper back, but not the lower back. If that's too much in the lower back, you lower the chest down a bit more. Now from here, extend your arms to the back of the body, palms facing up. Roll the shoulders back and away from the floor. Now from here, just like the hundreds, we're gonna pulse the arms up and down. We're gonna take an inhale for 5 counts and exhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And every time you exhale, you want to feel the abdominals pulling away from the floor. And we'll take that 5 more times. And if your back feels okay and you want to challenge yourself, lift the legs off the floor. So now the whole entire back of the body is working. But again, if that's too much for your lower back, keep the legs down or even lower the chest down, but keep the arms going. Hopefully you should feel the back of the arms and the middle of the shoulder blades working. And we'll go one more set here. So big inhale and exhale. Now pause your arms up at the top, legs up down, palms facing down. Reach the arms all the way over your head. Make a V with your arms over the head. And if that's too much for your lower back, lower the head all the way down to the mat. From here, keep your hands off the floor and bring them back towards your hips. So your palms are going to face up in this position. Then they turn and they face down at the top. And again, they turn, face the ceiling. And then they turn, facing the floor. And we'll do a little faster. So think of this like reverse snow angels. You're going to lift over the head and back down. So the work here should be between the shoulder blades, the middle back. Hopefully you can feel that. Give me 3 more. Reach up and down. Last 2. And down. Final 1. Hold your arms in front. Lower the hands down. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Right here. Pretend you can pull yourself forward. So traction your hands against the ground. Lift both the legs up or only one leg if that's too much for your lower back. And then we're going to switch leg and switch leg until you're flutter kicking with your legs. In the meantime, you're still pulling against the floor with your hands. So imagine that your floor is tilted back and you're sliding back. You're trying to hold on to the floor with your hands. Now hold your legs together, lower the chest just a little bit down, float your hands up and hold. And lower everything back down, keeping the head and chest on the floor. You're going to lift your right arm and your left leg, just like we did in quadruped. And then go ahead and switch to the other side. And switch to the other side. Now you want to do this with the awareness of the abdominals staying lifted away from the ground. So pretend the floor is cold and it shouldn't be too comfortable to lay on it. And switch. Now, additional challenge, full swimming. So both arms and legs start off the mat and we're gonna go swimming, swimming, swimming. Flutter kick. Remember, keep one hand and one foot down if that's too much for you. And breathing. And breathe in. And out. Use your whole entire back of the body for this. And out. Give me one more here. And out and rest all the way down. Oh, that should feel nice after that. The rest, I mean, not the actual exercise. That should feel hard. Now, let's go into Swan here. So, we're going to take the hands by the chest again. We're going to go into our chest lift here. So, you're going to lift the head and chest up. Pretend you still have that string pulling you forward. From here, your legs are going to come up. Unless your back bothers you, keep them down. Now, from here, legs are going to come down. You're going to only lift up halfway. Remember, abs are really scooping in as much as you can. Lower back down. As you lower the chest, you're going to lift your legs up. So your whole entire back of the body is still active. So inhale, rock the chest up as you lower the legs down. Think of yourself like a seesaw. Come on down. If you're able to do more, take an inhale, go into your full swan all the way up. Chest shines forward, arms are pushing the floor away. Lower yourselves down, bend your elbows. As soon as you can, lift the legs up. See if you can let go of the floor here and balance in that position. And again, hands down. Inhale, chest up, legs down. Seesaw your body up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Your legs are gonna come up. And we're gonna do that 5 more times, but we're gonna go a little faster. if you can, otherwise stay with this slow version. So inhale, rock up, exhale, in, in, last two, one more, and stay up, hold, and sit back on your heels. Open the knees a little wider, get yourself stretched out. Very good, everybody. Just roll the pelvis from side to side. Just allow your back to open up a little bit here. All right, so we're almost toward the end of the class, but we still have to do some side work. So when you're ready, come up and lie down onto your left side. So your left arm is going to be straight on the ground. Let me reposition my clothes so look decent. During Pilates, the body eats up the clothes. Have you noticed that? It's like you have to pull everything out at the same time. All right, here we go. Back to being presentable. So lower your head all the way down to your bottom arm. You can also bend your arm if you prefer. Whatever your neck prefers in terms of comfort, just adjust and see. You're gonna keep your top arm to the front of the mat. Legs are gonna stay together. You're gonna take your top hip and lengthen it away from you. So there should be a little space under your waist at this point. Then as you keep your legs together, float your legs up a couple of inches off the mat. Still feeling that space under your waist. Then, if you can, lift your top arm up to the ceiling. If that feels very wobbly, keep your arm down. Remember here, you have a belt around your waist. You still want to keep drawing the belt in. So your legs are staying up because of your waist, not because of your legs themselves. You're going to lower the legs back down. Flex the feet, lift them back up, and lower. This is the preparation for the side plank, which is going to be next. So in the side plank, your alignment should be the exact same as this exercise. And that's why we have the arm up, because if you can balance without using your hand, that means you're truly working from the side muscles, which are needed for the planks, for the side planks. So lift up and give me one more. We're going to hold it up there. And then just because we can, turn your legs out, flex, and heel beats 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the legs together, flex the feet, come all the way down. Now let's come up onto your side. You want to have your feet on the mat for this one, so go ahead and adjust if needed. Place your elbow directly below your shoulder. This shoulder is going to open up. And pretend you have a wall behind you. So you want to keep your head and your shoulders against the wall. From here, bottom knee bend for the easy option. You're going to lift up out of your waist and recreate the same shape or the same alignment that you had in the last exercise. From here, arm is up. You're going to lower the hips down. Without resting on the floor, you're going to lift back up and lower. Option 2, full version, both legs together. You lift up and you lower back down and you lift up. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch on the way down, and then where you feel the stretch is where the work is. You lower and lift. I think that was 5. Let's do one more. And lift up, hold. So remember, you have the option to bend the bottom knee. From here, swing the arm under, rotate the chest to the floor. Hold, inhale, come back. We'll do that 5 times. Exhale, rotate. So you guys keep going. Let me show you the easy option. Just a reminder, bottom knee bend, rotate. Your head follows your right hand. Last 2. Turn the rib cage, turn your chest, and up. How many more? Just one more. Exhale, rotate. Look behind you. Inhale to come up. Hold. Reach your arms over the head and lift a little higher. Make yourself into a rainbow shape. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Come on down. Bend your knees. Stay on the same side. Bend your knees and come up. Hope you should feel that left waist working. So let's do a little stretch here. So hold on to the outer shin. If that position doesn't work for your knees, just stay with your legs straight and bend to your right. But if you can hold on to your legs, let's do the mermaid. You're gonna reach over. And if your balance is good, you can reach both arms and pull the left arm over towards your right side. You should feel that stretch all the way down. Bring your arms back down. We're gonna switch side now. So legs go to the left and your body goes to the right. So we're gonna be like this. And again, rest your head with your arm flat on the ground. You can bend your arm if you prefer. The other hand is in front of you. So again, readjust your clothes. It's always good to look good in Pilates. So top hip is gonna lengthen out. You still have that space under your waist. Both legs are gonna come up. Now, option 2, lift your arm and see what your balance is like on this side. Sometimes one side is better than the other. Actually, most of the times we all have one good side and one not so good side. That's okay, it's normal. Now from here, see if you can lift both legs up, a little higher and lower. Good, a little higher and lower. Remember that belt around your waist, you still want to pull everything around. Imagine you're wearing a corset, so you're pulling all in. And lift the last one up, for legs and feet. Rotate, heel beats, 8, 7, 6. Are we still keeping a space under your waist? 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset the feet, come all the way down. Nice. Bend your knees, or actually bend the bottom knee, come up. And you want to be on the mat with this one. So let's roll the shoulders back, elbow directly below your shoulder. So we're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to come up into your side plank. So your arm can be here, wherever you prefer. Option 2, of course, both legs straight and stacked. When you're ready, take an inhale, lower the waist down, just touching the floor without resting, and lift up. And again, lower down and lift up. So feel the stretch in your right waist, and then you're going to use those muscles to lift up. Inhale down, exhale up. Make sure your feet are still flexed. You really want to feel your legs are strong and your feet are strong. Give me one more. That was 6. Hold it here. Let's rotate. Remember, you can bend the knee for this one if you like. And come up. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the center of your chest down to the mat. Inhale, lift up. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Last 2. Keep the feet strong. Keep the legs strong. 1 more, I promise. Last one. Exhale, rotate. Come back up. Hold. Rainbow shape. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Bigger stretch, bigger stretch. 4, 3, 2, and down. Good work, everybody. Turn around, and you can face the camera if you like. Knees open. Drop the head down. Rock the pelvis from side to side. Let your hips just settle in for a moment. Oh, nice work, you guys. So let's finish with a standing roll down, just to stretch out everything. Alrighty, so I'm gonna turn to the side. You can of course face the front. So we wanna have your feet facing forward, so nice parallel position. Start from the top of the head, start with a nice straight line that goes all the way down to your heels. From here, we're gonna roll the head and then the shoulders down. So this is like the kneeling version we did at the beginning of the class, just a bigger stretch now. Now, you're trying to go all the way down and touch your toes. If that's not available to you today, bend the knees a little bit, but really let the head and shoulders kind of just relax and hang here. So this is the part of the class where you can let things hang out a little bit. Now, from there, we're gonna roll the pelvis under, begin to roll back up, restacking the spine, one bone after the other. That's it. Give me one more. So rolling the head down. Now you want to keep the hips above your heels. So there should be more weight, slightly more weight, towards your toes compared to your heels. So you want to take 60% weight onto the toes and 40% weight onto your heels. That should feel also a little bit more of a stretch for your hamstrings. Keeping your head down, breathing in, and exhale, roll on up. Dig your heels into the floor as you lift up. For the last one, we're going to go with the arms over the head. So I'll show you from the front. Take a breath in. Exhale, dive around your rib cage. Keep your head between your arms. Roll all the way down, bend the knees if you have to. Keep the weight towards your toes. Inhale, big inhale here. Exhale, roll back up. The head is the last thing that comes up. Once you're up, reset your clothes. Roll the shoulders back 3 times. And then take your hands onto the shoulders, rotate to your right, to your left, to your right, to your left. Last one on each side. And then bring your arms all the way down, and you guys are all done. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the class with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button here. You can also find me on social media channels as well as at mirkofitfoodie.com. Till I see you next time, remember, make the change one small step at a time. Take care. Ooh, can you guys feel that? I certainly did.